In the present series of TV Burp, Dirty Boy Trouser Ariel on American Inventor.
Fortunately for Khalid, his invention
Dirty Boy! Squirrel with dandruff on doctors. And thirsty Tony and Benjamin disappointed on the bill.
Would you like to sit down? I won't offer you a cup of tea if you don't mind.
You said there'd be a cup of tea. I thought it would be. It was Michael Aspel's last Antiques Roadshow. Yeah, he's retired from the show, but not from show business, although Hugh Scully gave it up and sank without a trace. What I always loved about the Antiques Roadshow was the heartwarming family stories behind the antiques.
This is a nice photograph. Is this elegant lady a member of your family?
No, she killed my mother's dog.
I'm sure she had her reasons. Sunday's show was turned into a wonderful farewell to Michael, complete with some fascinating Michael facts. Michael has clocked up more than 50,000 roadshow miles. He's met close to 40,000 people and signed almost as many autographs. Yeah, that's just the start of it. It does go on. Over the course of making Antiques Roadshow, Michael has got drunk in over 200 different travelodges. And for a month lived solely on Ginster's pork pies. Michael likes to steal the antiques worth the most money and has 99% positive feedback on eBay. All right, we don't need any more of that, I don't think. Here, I wonder what Sir Alan Sugar's up to.
Hello, girls. How's my pants doing?
Yes, it's week 2 of The Apprentice. You touch my pants again, I'll give you a wedgie. I am Sir Alan Sugar, and one of you will be fired. Yes, it's only week 2, and Sir Alan was particularly fussy about his laundry.
I've laid on 2 laundries for you. You go out, you find the customers, you perform the service, and most certainly make sure the quality's right. Because I'll tell you one thing. When stuff comes back from the laundry that I don't like, I sling it back at them.
All right, Sir Alan, sorry. Might need a bit of vanish on those. Yeah, because Sir Alan doesn't go for the designer gear. No, he goes for the cheap copies from the markets. He doesn't wear Calvin Klein pants. No, he has a cheaper sound-alike.
I'm going to phone the 24-hour hotline to see the progress on my Calvin Kleins.
Yeah, Calvin Kleins. Yeah. That's why he's so rich. He saves money by buying hooky gear. Yeah, I've got his pants here. There they are. Look, Calvin Klein. Then he's got his fake Nike trainers. There they are. He bought his wife some Christine Dior perfume. Rather nice. And then he's got his fake Louis Vuitton bag. They're Louis Sweetcorn. Louis Sweetcorn. No, it wasn't the real thing. Now, the girls, led by Jenny, were off knocking on doors, trying to drum up some trade. And I was surprised to hear Lady Thatcher wasn't interested in helping these young entrepreneurs.
Good morning.
Hello, good afternoon. We've just set up a new company and we're looking to do washing and ironing for people so they don't have to bother on a weekend.
Not interested.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that's not fair, actually, because I do all Lady Thatcher's laundry. Ooh. All right. Sorry, Maggie. Well, there's her pants, look. David Cameron. David Cameron on the front and Brown on the back. Didn't mean to say that. In that way. Didn't mean it in that way. Team leader Jenny wasn't impressed with Shazia and Lucinda. She felt she had to spoon-feed a couple of them. That is the right expression, isn't it? Spoon-feeding.
For the entire process that I've been working with both of you, it has felt like I've had to breastfeed you.
All that talk of breastfeeding. I fancy a rusk now. Well, I must say, I have been enjoying the new series of daytime DIY shows, 60-Minute Makeover. If you're unfamiliar with the format, it's a surprise makeover like changing rooms, but, and here's what singles it out, it all takes place in 60 minutes. Although, if you take out the adverts, the show is in fact only 46 minutes long. So, you can imagine, 46 minutes, it's got to be a fairly shoddy job. This week on 46-Minute Makeover, Victoria did it on her mum, Margaret. And what was her motivation?
In On The Secret today is daughter Victoria. Why do you want to do this for your mum?
Because I can't be bothered to do it myself. Now, be fair, her mum has had health problems, a condition affecting her eyes.
She's very, very busy. She never has any time to do this makeover. Recently, well, a few months back, she was actually diagnosed with glaucoma, so her eyesight hasn't been great.
Well, that might come in handy a little later on. It is shoddy work. But, of course, when Mum Margaret got home from her trip to find the 46-Minute Makeover team outside her house, she was most excited. It made her voice go a little bit high.
Well... Set this up!
Quite high. Can't get any higher than that.
Wow, it's bright. It's not great.
Surely that's as high as it can go.
How nice is that?
Yeah, that might get annoying. But with only 46 minutes to do the makeover, I'm just a bit worried about the standard of the work. I mean, what happens when they all go home? Which brings us to our TV expert of the week.
TV expert of the week.
Adam Crew will test a model building on an earthquake simulator. To make it realistic, this model is built with spaghetti.
Gail on Corrie had developed a new invention, the arm kitchen roll dispenser.
Of course he is, Gail, I know that. It is not your fault, it is what it is.
Thanks, Gail. Good luck with it. Deb's daughter Amber seems to be picking up some of her dad's traits. It starts with a rather squeaky mouth.
I've been in plenty of pubs, me. I just...
Yeah, squeaky mouth. And before you know it, you've got the full Dev. But the big story, of course, was Paul and Leanne burning down Velandro's, the Italian restaurant. And it was important they got their story straight.
What if I say she wasn't, and then I speak to her and she says she was?
You don't have to say that she wasn't, just don't say she was.
But if he says she was and she wasn't, and you say she was and she wasn't, and she was and she says she wasn't, and she wasn't and she says he was and she wasn't, then who was?
What if I say she wasn't, and then I speak to her and she says she was?
You don't have to say that she wasn't, just don't say she was.
Well, I'd say she wasn't, and you say she was.
You don't have to say that she wasn't, just don't say she was.
I wasn't. It wasn't just Paul and Leanne involved in the arson attack, no. I believe she got a little black furry monkey to help her out. You know, the little black furry monkey that hangs onto her back.
I've got the police.
She wasn't, and she was. And he said she wasn't, and he wasn't. And she was, and he wasn't. And she said she wasn't, and he wasn't. But who was?
Meanwhile, Vernon was planning to change the Rover's return menu. Surely that puts Betty's hot pot at risk.
We're not getting rid of Betty's hot pot.
Is that what he's proposing?
Mm.
Is the jerk chicken named after you?
Hot pot compared to a shank.
Yeah, I mean, I like Betty's hot pot. And I like the idea of Vernon's lamb shank. But which is better? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Go on, Vernon's lamb shank. TV Burp. Tommy Cooper hair on Johnny's New Kingdom.
And this is all
just like that. Just like that. Horse gets angry on owner's behalf on Heartbeat.
You're a weakling. Deserve everything you get.
And a man falls in love with a silver car on The Bill. I wonder what Dean Gaffney's been up to since he appeared on TV Burp. It's good to be back, good to be back. Hello, hello. Yes, this was Ghost Hunting with I'm a Celebrity, which featured the stars, and I use the term lightly, of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And Dean was good value because he was so easily frightened. But he's filming himself screaming. Then it was time for the ghosts to talk to us.
Please, Jack, if this is you, can you perhaps give us your initials? It doesn't matter. I'm trying to work out. That looks like a J.
Yeah. Let's have a go with it, shall we? Yeah. Let's see if any ghosts can talk to us. Oi, pulling over there, Mr. Ghost. Oi, let's pull over there. Oh, it's coming back towards me. Oh, away. And and the ghost is going round. Oh, what's that, Mr. Ghost? Oh, it's all right. Oh, I'm back there. Oh, yep. Yeah. Oh, it's another J. J. Yeah. He's got J on the brain, that ghost. Last week we showed you R2-D2's dad on Emmerdale.
Right.
Well, this week on David Attenborough's Tiger Spy in the Jungle, I spotted R2-D2's grandma. Nice to see the whole family in work. This was a hidden camera show for animals and turned up some amazing shots.
With a tiger in their midst, monkeys have at least one way to show their disgust.
Charming. No. There were some great shots of the tigers, particularly the dominant male, Charger.
This is Charger, the father of the cubs. Worryingly, he got his name from his readiness to charge.
Oh, I thought it was called Charger because you could use it to charge your mobile phone. On Casualty this week, a patient was busy trying to recreate that old Phil Collins hit, In the Air Tonight, with a paper towel dispenser. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Poor Nurse Kelsey was upset because her date stood her up.
What if he did turn up last night? He didn't. What if he saw me, took one look and thought, what a minger?
Well, it's not entirely beyond the bounds of possibility. But I wonder what a child would be like if Bill Bailey mated with a Rice Krispie. A bit like that, I suppose. The Bill Bailey Rice Krispie hybrid. Well, as it's the last in this series, as a special treat to myself, let's find out what the Nutty Nosher is eating on this week's Freaky Eaters.
Her fear of fruit and veg is so extreme she can only eat one thing. Helen is addicted to pasta.
Pasta!
When pasta isn't available, Helen's alternatives of cheese...
Cheese! Wheezy whiz white!
Chips.
Chippy chip!
Chocolate.
Choco-walk, choc-choc, chocky-walky, winky-walk, choco-mock, moco, coco, maloca, Kiba, Machiba, Weezer, Leezer, Tarby, Warby, Terrence Trent, Darby, Chucky Man.
Bread.
And bread. Yeah, maybe pasta. No, actually, I'm not going to do Freaky Eaters this way. I just wanted to do that bit. Talking of food, I wonder where Delia Smith is right now.
Well, I'm in the freezer section of a supermarket.
Yeah, I thought you might be. Well, next stop, wines and spirits. No, of course not, no. What was she working on this week?
I can make one of my favourite recipes in no time at all. And one of my favourite recipes is hummus.
Me-moose?
You have to cook them for about 2 or 3 hours to get them soft enough to make hummus.
You-moose?
The most important thing to serve with hummus...
We-moose?
Hummus is made from chickpeas.
Oh, hummus. Yeah. Why didn't you say so? Yeah. She makes hummus with frozen chickpeas because that's her big thing this series, yeah. Recipes from ready-made stuff. But if that's the case, Delia, why don't you just buy a pot of hummus? Who makes hummus? That's why she's calling it hummus. It's short for who bothers to make hummus. The week before, she made a sort of frozen fish toasty.
So, just another 3 minutes and it'll be ready to serve. So we've had 5 minutes on one side of the fish, 5 minutes on the other side, 3 minutes on the sauce, straight out of the freezer, straight out of the store cupboards.
And straight into the bin. I'll have some hummus when I get home. On Animal Rescue this week, we caught up with Michaela Strachan, who was busy strangling a grebe.
This bird is a western grebe and it's...
Get off me, I can't breathe. For pity's sake. I'm feeling dizzy.
Poor grebe. Yeah. I was very sad to hear of this case.
Sometimes owners decide they can no longer spend the time and money to look after their sick or injured animals. All too often, these pets end up being dumped. That's what's happened to Ant and Dec.
They're sad. Yeah, Ant and Dec. Feel abandoned. I just hope they'll be able to find a home for them. That's why I've put together this little appeal. Ant and Dec have been abandoned. Do you have space for 2 tiny people in your house? Preferably near a wine bar? All they need is a shoebox each to sleep in and somewhere to keep their awards. Please think about giving a home to ITV1's funniest entertainers, Ant and Dec. Just one last thing I found out about Ant and Dec from Animal Rescue.
We believe that Ant is Dec's son.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, what a week for EastEnders then. Ricky and Bianca were back. Ricky! Yeah, Ricky's back. In fact, there were so many old EastEnders stars in this week's EastEnders that it was almost like watching an episode of The Bill. Another old face that we haven't seen since 1945 was Hitler, who now runs a cafe on the outskirts of Walford. He's put on a bit of weight, and to be honest, I would never have recognised him.
So he goes off on one, didn't he? Spills his drink over, and then Faceoak over there starts yelling at us, telling us to get out. He can't do that. Hey, Hitler!
For me? Yeah, naughty Hitler. Of course, all these old faces were brought together to celebrate Frank Butcher's funeral. His daughter Diane was there.
I'm starting nursing training next month. Oh, great. My partner's just qualified as a doctor.
Oh, so you settled down then?
Yeah, nearly 3 years now.
Oh, what's his name?
Suzanne.
Funny name for a bloke. And one other old friend of Frank's.
You?
Hello, Pat. Any chance of a lift into the skirt? These shoes are killing me.
I'll take her.
Oh, don't take her. I'll lift up Hitler. It seems Frank Butcher, on his deathbed, made one last gesture to ex-wife Pat. He left her a special gift.
Why didn't you tell me Frank was ill?
We did.
I mean, before he died. You had no right to keep it a secret from me.
Yeah, but that's...
I should have been allowed to say goodbye.
He wanted to remember you with a smile on your face.
Must have a good memory. So, what was it, this gift? Well, it was Frank's old revolving bow tie. So, with Frank gone, it all proved too much for Pat. Well, almost.
I can't cry. I wish I could, but I can't.
Oh, go on, Pat, have a good cry. I can't. Yes, you can. I can't. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, yet I can't. You can. I can't. I wish I could see what folks see in me, but I can't. You can. I can't. Look, Pat, yes, nothing that you can say will change how I feel today. You know that we'll never part. Now hear what I'm saying, Pat. Yes. You're the best friend you are. Gonna help you mend your broken heart. Broken heart. That's all from us. Thanks for watching. See you in the autumn.
Tomorrow at 10.
Just a bog-standard pizzaroonie, mate, that a road sweeper might order, or a vet, or one of the sugar babes.
What toppings? I'll have ham and caviar.
And I'll have pineapple and pheasant.
It's the brand new show, Head Cases. But next on ITV1, it's the last in a series of Duel, whilst over on ITV2, Liar Liar.